Hi, good evening. Happy Wednesday. And it's June. Can you believe it's already June 2nd? I'm just looking for a thumbs up from Bill so I can get started.
You're good.
All right, he says we're good. Hi, Deborah. How's my sound, Bill? All right, he says we're good. Hopefully my headsets are working.
Watch that.
So tonight we're going to start working on Daisy Lane. I love daisies. They are my absolute favorite flower. So we're going to be making some flowers. Yes, we're going to make flowers and we're going to put them on cards. So we're going to bring in the first card we're going to make tonight, and it's this one. This card works great for any stamp set. Hi, Deborah. So this is a very, very simple card and so easy to make. The colors we're using for this tonight are Flirty Flamingo. Bill, can you look on my desk or in the computer room to see if I left the tutorial in there? Yep, I don't have my measurements with me. So we do know that we are starting with the standard card base. Now, these ones I've done all, I guess you could say, vertical, horizontal. This one I've cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. On the inside, of course, I did the standard 4 by 5 1/4. Hello, Linda. Glad you could make it tonight. And I stamped on the inside, it's your time to shine, with just one of the little daisies here. And like I said, everything's in Flirty Flamingo. The DSP are the new bright paper. So we're going to do a layer on the front. Hi, Kathy. This layer is, again, that 4 by 5 1/4. And then I took a piece of the DSP and I cut 4 pieces for this that are 2 inches by 1 7/8. And now I am going to do my best to get these centered on here. Wish me luck. And then I'm going to do the alternates. I always call it kitty corner. Some people say cat corner. On one side of the DSP, and then I'm going to flip the other 2 over so I get those 2 different designs. So just, come on, glue. And like I said, I hope I get these straight because all right, so there's one. Hi, Sharon. I always find this to be the hardest part, is getting everything lined up evenly. Close enough. Okay, so we'll get this one down. And then this other one. Again, these were 2 inches by 1 7/8. And I really like this design because you can use any DSP and cut it and use the opposite sides. And it makes a very quick and cute card. So I'm just going to put this down on the front. There we go. Make sure I have my card right side up. Now this, I cut with a, keep me honest here, stitched rectangle. Oh, I'm sorry, Stitch So Sweetly dies. So this is out of that set. And so we're going to bring that in, and then I'm just going to take the little daisy and the word smile for mine, because I thought the smile with the inside, it's your time to shine, went really well. So I'm going to do my flowers first. And I'm going to put one on the top. I'm going to put one on the bottom. And then I'm just going to put smile in the middle. There we go. Look at that quick little card. And we'll put some dimensionals. I don't know about anybody else, but do you ever find sometimes you stamp the wrong side because the stitching looks so much different on one side than the other? I have done that. And then I look at it and go, do you think the recipient would know the difference? All right, and then we're just going to put that right in the middle. And then somewhere I should have pearls. I have to find them. Oh, they're right here. Ah, look at that. For once, something's where it's supposed to be. And we're just going to embellish that with a few little pearls. Put one where the eye was. And then one down here on the bottom. There we go. All right, so that's our first card. This is going to be our second card this evening. Again, I just love daisies. In fact, I believe I carried blue daisies at our wedding. So this card, again, is made with the daisies and the punches. And I brought in another stamp set. I brought in the birch background stamp to give this some texture. So I'm going to bring in my kit. So the card base, again, this one is the 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And it is balmy blue. And then my first layer is the 4 by 5 1/4. And then my next layer we're going to work on is crumb cake. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus. And I'm using my Stamparatus because sometimes with the full background stamp, it's if I have to restamp it, I like to use this positioning tool. So I'm going to put down a piece of the grid paper because I know sometimes the stamp goes over top of the stamp, and rather than it be on my Stamparatus to clean off. And in this case, because I'm doing a full stamp, I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of my paper, but use my finger on it a little to take away some of that tackiness. That will hold my cardstock in place so that I can restamp if I have to. All right. So we'll just put that down. Pick it up. I can't use the magnet, so that's why I used the glue dot. I'm going to use crumb cake ink. All right. Oh, I like it. Leave that glue dot there. Let me wipe this off. Can you believe it's June already? I don't know about anybody else, but this year just seems to be flying by. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to stamp my leaves. And so I'm going to bring in the new Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to stamp 2 of these stems. put one here. And then I'm going to put one right beside it. There we go. We'll move that out. Now I'm going to bring in a couple pieces of scratch paper. I can even use the back of that one. And we're going to do the Balmy Blue. And I am going to stamp 2 of each daisy and punch them out to give it more depth. Okay, we'll get the large one. Close up my ink before I set something in it I shouldn't.
Is that Balmy Blue ink?
That is Balmy Blue ink. Bill had asked me if that was Balmy Blue. It is. So we're just going to line those up. Punch it out. Right. And now we'll bring in the other punch. This one's a little heavier. I'm going to set it down. And then you put just a little bit pressure on it. It holds the paper and you can look and see if that's where you want to punch. And then finish it out. I'm going to have to trim this paper. It doesn't seem to want to fit and turn. Yep, let me cut off this corner. Sometimes the way you stamp it and the way you have to turn it in the punch, you have to trim it a little. I think. There we go. All right. So what I do then is I take the bone folder and I just sort of curl up the petals a little. They will get flattened a little when you mill them, but they will pop back up. There we go. You could do 3 layers if you wanted. 3 daisies. I just went with the 2. All personal preference. So now what I do is you can use a glue dot or just a dab of glue for these. I'm just going to put a dab of glue in the middle of the one on the bottom. And then I'm going to try to line this one up to offset those petals so the flower looks fuller. Let's see, come on. Thought I had it right there. And then I'll do the same thing with the little one. And then I'm going to, before I put the brown one down, before I put the crumb cake down, I'm going to take a little bit of double-sided tape, put this on the back to hold my string. Okay. Oh, there it is. Dropped it on the floor. I'll trim off this excess string. I don't think that's the background. I think that was a piece of scratch paper. That looks to be the same. All right. One of these may be... Let me make sure I have the right size piece of paper. So many, either that or my crumb cake pieces. Too big. All right, so we want this to be 5 1/4 by 4. What is this one? Okay, we are good. Move these other ones out of my way. Put this down. Oh, I got a little crooked. It's probably still good. It's hard to see over top of my phone, but we are good. Okay. So I'm going to put the little flower down first because it's sort of going to sit underneath. Just sort of line it up on top of those stems. There we go. I did for this one to add a little bit of a sparkle. I brought in some Wink Estella to just put in the middle. And then, of course, my new favorite trinket, the little bumblebees. Just put a little glue dot on there. And then I did do a double bow with the vanilla string. That'll stick. Okay, let's try that one. There we go. Pop that down and trim some of that off. There we go. So those were our 2 cards this evening using Daisy Lane. The Balmy Blue Daisies and the Flirty Flamingo. So I did want to show you a couple other things this evening, just in case you're interested. Hopefully you'll be able to see my iPad that I'm bringing in here. If you go out on the website, there now are some other last chance and retiring products because, thank you, Deborah, I'm glad you like them. The mini catalog is retiring soon, so you'll see some of that. And then I want to get to one more here. I wanted to show you this United Through Creativity. This is a free download. If you go to the Stampin' Up! Website and come in here, they have created a PDF that you can download and print and make cards out of. If you do it on a colored printer, you will get all the sentiments that are here in the different colors, plus the stamps. There's the flowers. There's different languages. Some really cute sentiments and leaves. And then down below, I mean, there's a lot in here. So take a look at that if you get a chance. And within the description, it tells you the colors they're using And these coordinate with the Label Me Fancy Punch, the Stitch Rectangle dies, Tasteful Label dies, and these are all free to print. So make sure you do that. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is, if you notice, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have kits in the catalog any longer. But it's not the one I was looking for. Here we go. They now have a kit collection that went live the last couple of days. And there are several different kits that you can use. They're all inclusive kits. So you will get your stamp block, your ink pad, your stamps. And so you can look at each one of these. There's even ones, and they have a great price point on them. This one, you don't even need ink or stamp for. You get all the pieces, and you can build these beautiful cards. So like, here's your kit, and then there's the cards it's going to make. So there are several different kits to choose from. The ones that have ink and stamping are $19. The ones that are just put the cards together with die cuts and the sentiments already done for you are $12. So I hope you get a chance to take a look at those. Bill will be sending out the newsletter tomorrow with the new hostess code in it for June. So, and then I did want to talk about the June stamp class. If you remember last week, I told you it'll be, I think it's the 26th and 27th of June, that weekend. I think that's the right date. You can pick from a Saturday or a Sunday. It's going to be based on this bundle, and then you're going to get to make 10 cards, 2 each of 5 different designs. So I thought tonight I would give you a sneak peek of those cards. Here's our first one. This is our second card. These will all be pre-cut and kitted for you. You will just need to stamp and color and build them. This one, of course, you need to use the punch and the sentiment. I cut it out, and this is an easel card. This one is a flat card, and it has what can be used as a little bookmark. This card will be a little different in every kit. It's the exact same design, the exact same bookmark. It will just be in different in colors. So it could be the polished pink, the pale papaya, the soft succulent, or fresh freesia. And then the 5th card. And a couple designs. Little flowers stamped inside. And as I said, it would be, the kit would include enough material to make 2 of each of these cards. So the sign-up deadline, Bill, can you remind me? When is the deadline? June 9th. That way I can get the orders in to make sure everybody gets their bundle and everything they need to make the cards. It's $55 if you want to come here and do the class. Thank you, Deborah. If you want me to ship you the bundle with the kits, that is $60. When you come to my home and do the class, I will have all of the inks, the blends, the Stampin' Right markers for you to use. If you have it shipped to your home, of course, you would use your inks and coloring tools. So the kit includes only the consumables. So I've enjoyed spending time with you this evening, as always. I appreciate you taking time out of your day and joining me.
Yeah.
I do want to let you know also, we are taking a vacation. So I will not be doing a live for the next 2 weeks. I will not be here on the 9th. And I'm trying to remember what the next Wednesday is after that. But we'll be back the week of the 21st. So I hope to see you back then. And I hope to see some of you at the class. Bill told me it's the 16th, so we are not here
9
the
plus
9th.
7.
9th or the 16th. 9 plus 7. Thanks, Bill. Simple math, right? All right. Thank you very much. And remember, the cutoff is next, the 9th, actually, to sign up for the class. So I hope to see some of you come and visit me and take the class. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.